Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mo We Talk. We talk football. You may be wondering why I have this on. Yeah, it's actually, I was trying to, fake a Thanos completion of the Infinity Stones. And that is exactly what Chelsea is. Chelsea is the Thanos of English football. We've completed all the stones. I hope it's time to snap. Yeah, so I couldn't make the review yesterday. Where I watched it with friends, we were excited. There were moments, and when we were done, I was just exhausted. Yeah, you know what I mean. Friends, football. Yeah. So, I decided to make the review today. And congratulations, Chelsea. You've done it as expected. Like I said in the preview, it would have been a bigger embarrassment if we didn't even win it. That would have been a bigger embarrassment. And fair play. Fair play. I actually thought I had my predictions spot on because I felt it was going to be a cagey game. At the first half, man, we were terrible. We were terrible, and Real Betis were very assertive. In fact, some people say that they actually burnt out because they just kept on giving it a lot in 45 minutes. So they burnt out in the second half, and which is one of the things that we talk about with the difference between La Liga and the Premier League. La Liga has class. We take nothing away from it, but when it comes to strength, agility, you can't take that from the Premier League, man. You just can't. So I feel that yes, that also happened. And I had a look at the lineup. I was not happy with two inclusions in the squad, and we all know who those two are. Badishil and Gusto. I felt, look, this is a final. You play to win a final. You don't play to please. Yes, I get it. The likes of Badishil, they were among the squad that came all the way to the final, so you felt, oh yeah, give them a chance. I had no problem with Jorgensen because to me, Jorgensen has less bozo moments in him compared to Sanchez. So I was fine with Jorgensen starting in goal. But Badishil, yeah, I am not confident with him. I was not confident with him. And Malo Gusto, my God, Malo Gusto stunk up the place. My goodness. The goal even came through him. So he was not good. He was just not good. And I kept on screaming for Reece James. Why is Reece James not playing in this game? Why is Reece James not playing in this game? But yeah, the first half starts, and in 9 minutes, we were already down. Isco, my goodness. By the way, Isco switched it on. Isco switched it on. And like I also said in my preview, all this talk about Anthony. I knew this guy he looks like he's doing well. Once again, what I said about the difference between La Liga and the Premier League. Anthony is not a terrible player, but you put him in the Premier League, he will suffer. And he came up against a proper left back from the Premier League. And of course, he binned him, had him in his pockets all day, and he couldn't do nothing. So yes, perhaps the La Liga is the perfect place for Anthony, and he should stay there. He shouldn't go back to Manchester United. Yeah, that's my take on that one. So, Isco with a brilliant first half performance, and take nothing away from that goal by I'll just call him Ez. I know it's Ez Aguali, something like that. So it was a nice strike, but I noticed he started to limp. I felt maybe he was just doing the Madueke kind of walk, but in the second half I realized that, man, this guy's actually injured and he's the number 10. So I think that was the first blow to Real Betis. And The second half, because there really isn't much to say about the first half. The first half was just terrible. The first half, our midfield crumbled. Our passes were not connecting. We were all over the place. And before we knew what was going on, the defense started spamming crosses to the attack because the midfield was completely dead. So that was just basically it for us in the first half. We were just that bad. So the second half begins, and Enzo Maresca makes a change. He doesn't wait for 60 or 70 minutes because it was so glaring. It was so obvious. Put Reece James. Let Reece James lock that right side. And fair play. He did that. He changed Badeshile, put in Levi Colwell, brought in Reece James. And before you knew what was going on, the boss came in and controlled that place. Yeah, there were times he even went into midfield and was bossing it in the midfield. And before you knew what was going on, our midfield came alive. And you see this thing that I keep saying, especially from the Nottingham Forest game. I kept on saying it that, what's his name? Cole Palmer does very well at the right. And fair play to Cole Palmer. The guy, I believe he won man of the match. Put Cole Palmer on the right and watch him cook. That's just it, yeah? Cole Palmer comes in from the right. Before we know what's going on, he's crossing ball and his timing. He doesn't just, beat his man and just cross the ball. He beats his man, looks up, which is what I always see with players, our wingers. Look up. So you don't just cross in blindly. And with a beautiful crossing, he meets Enzo Fernandez in the 18-yard box. At some point, I'm like, where is Jackson? My man has been hiding for 45 minutes plus. So fair play, Enzo Fernandez. The ball comes in and he nods it in. Perfect. The bounce, that bounce is hard for goalkeepers. Everybody. I'm sure some Real Betis fans will be blaming their goalkeeper for that. Say, it was too easy. Why'd you let it go in? That bounce, once the ball bounces, it's a different ball game for goalkeepers. It's a problem. Fair play, Enzo Fernandez. The ball goes in 1-1. Game on. At that point, you can already feel it. On my own part, because I predicted a 1-goal differential win, either 1-0 or 2-1. At that point, I was like, here we go, 2-1, just as I predicted. And boy, was I in for a surprise. So the game continues, and what's his name? Cole Palmer once again. Beautiful game. He cooks it. He skins his man. And once again, like I said, looks up, makes the cross. Connection, Jackson, finally, like he said, he'd apologize with this game, with his performance. With the first half, judging from the first half, my man was not sorry. But yes, the second half, he apologizes with chest. Shout out Eunice. He apologizes with chest. A lot of people thought that thing went through a header, but it was his chest actually. And it goes in. 2-1. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, my prediction is coming. This is it. Oh man. Another counter-attack. You can see that this time around we are coming alive in the midfield. The defense was now solid, foolproof. Isco was nowhere to be found anymore. They were now struggling. Especially, I once again, I also say that number 10 going out was a big blow to them as well. But this time you could see that the momentum has fully switched. It's now on our side, on Chelsea's side. And we go. There's a counter-attack. Nicholas Jackson. It was practically 2-on-1. 2-on-1. And what does Nicholas Jackson do? Nicholas Jackson does what Nicholas Jackson always does. One touch too many. But this time it was a heavy touch. And the goalkeeper slipped. But thanks to Jackson, he gives him a heavy touch, and the goalkeeper just comes and just picks up the ball. Easy. That should have been 3-1 right there. At the very least, give the ball to Sanchez. Or was it, sorry, not Sanchez. I think it was Sancho at that point. What's his name? Pedro Neto. Let me go back a bit. Excuse me. Pedro Neto was, for me, not in this game. He just kept on losing the ball and making crosses without actually looking up. So fair play to Enzo Maresca once again for making that change. Brings in Sancho. Sancho comes in and puts in a performance. Yeah? Because talking about Sancho, the third goal was from him. He also brings in Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall actually played well. Dewsbury Hall gives the ball to Sancho, and Sancho comes into the box, sidestep, one, two sidestep, and before you know anything, he gives a curler, a beautiful ball round the keeper, and it's in the back of the net. And there I was screaming. Yes, my prediction gone out the window, but I was just screaming. I was so happy about it. 3-1. Wow, this is it. We win. But little did I know, there was more. There was more. 90th minute or 90 plus minutes, Caicedo, the man from deep, comes in with a screamer outside the 18-yard box. Yes, it took a little bit of a deflection, but the ball, however, goes in, beats the keeper 4-1. Game over. At this point, the Real Betis fans were all silenced completely because they know it's done. And there I was, just celebrating. Where I was with friends, some of them were just pouring drinks all over the place, and it was fun. I just, in the moment, I was happy because you see, I see online, especially today, that a lot of people are talking down. I knew this would happen. I've always said it. I don't really rate this competition, yeah. But the fact that we're in it, win it, you get. And the truth is, out of everybody in this competition, the Conference League, we are the ones who truly didn't deserve to actually even be in it. Because a lot of people keep talking down on us, say, yeah, we're small club mentality. We aren't actually supposed to even be in it. Because from last season, we qualified for the Europa League. We were only pushed down thanks to Manchester United's victory in the FA Cup. So we actually didn't even deserve to be in it. So, yeah. That's why I tell everyone, we're in the competition, you win it. For me, the good part about it is now we are officially the only club in Europe to win every single international trophy available. No club's done that, and I don't think any club ever will, because fair play, it's the Conference League. You don't expect Real Madrid to go in there or Barcelona to go in there. And then some people will say, oh, well, Chelsea, you may not have, you don't have a better season like the likes of, compared to the likes of Arsenal and the rest. I've said this before in another video, that look, at the end of the day, what do you have to show for your season? What do you have? Chelsea has a trophy. At the end of the day, Arsenal has qualified for the Champions League. That's basically all they have to show for the season. Chelsea also qualified for the Champions League and picked a trophy along the way. Yes, it's a little trophy, but it's still something. So they have something to show at the end of the season, because all this talk of we went to the semi-final of the Champions League, fair play to you, but at the end of the day, what tangible thing do you have to show? It's tangible. So Chelsea fans that are rejoicing, I understand. I was happy too. It's okay to be happy in the moment, but don't dwell on it, yeah? Like a lot of us say, we've won the Conference League. Let this be the first and the last. We do not belong here. This is not our level. Yeah? This is not our level. So fair play, Enzo Maresca, because the man has delivered. He hit all his objectives. He's delivered. He has delivered. And now it's up to the owners to back this man up. Back him up. It's time to show. Don't just talk. Don't talk about the trend. Don't talk about income. Don't talk about all of that. It's time to act. Back this manager. Back him. He's not my ideal choice, but fair play to him. So you must back this man. Because anything less than a trophy next season due to a poor squad, that's on you, Blueco. That's on you. So yeah, all the other fans, cry me a river. Cry me a river. Chelsea has completed the gauntlet. In fact, if you ask me, I'd say UEFA should even give Chelsea a special trophy for that. You know what that means? That means Chelsea has officially become their star boy. Their star club, yeah. Because you want every single thing you have to give. So yeah, fair play. Fair play, Chelsea. I'll be shameless. I'll be shameless on this one. But yeah, moving forward, this is not our level. We deserve to be in the Champions League. And I look forward now to the Club World Cup. I'm not saying we'll win it, but I want to see how far we will go. I want to see how far we will go in this competition. And hopefully we get to have a few more useful additions to the squad. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Banter all you want in the comment section. Say whatever you want in the comment section. And don't forget to like, subscribe, as it will mean a lot to this channel. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. God bless. And I'll see you guys in another one. The work is done.